Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this NXT September 4th review. I know this is quite late. I actually had other things to do besides watch the NXT episode I missed on Wednesday night and review it tonight. But since I got a chance to see the entire show in its entirety, I'm going to provide this review to you guys. There are basically four matches on the show. There was really no major segments except for Oi Shirai attacking Candice LeRae and just four other matches that were involved. We got an idea of like a pretty much a four women tournament determine a number one contender for the women's title for Shayna Baszler, which is quite interesting. Um, so let's go into some of the matches. Most of the matches outside of the NXT World Championship match with Adam Cole and Jordan Miles was really not all that much to cry home about. We had Roderick Strong after Velveteen Dream's victory with Kona Reeves, which I think is by far the fucking worst wrestler on the NXT roster today. He defeated him, and then Roderick Strong got on the Titantron and mentioned, to get his attention, to get the experience of the dream for a one-on-one match for the North American Championship. That's the only title that's holding back the Undisputed Era from living up to the promise they gave earlier this year that the Undisputed Era would be draped in gold. Well, Roderick Strong went as far as burning the couch that Velveteen Dream has when he's up on the stage with the women. And he pretty much said to the guy, look, did I get your attention now at this point? I mean, am I going to get this one-on-one match? I was not pinned during this triple threat match. That still means I still got a shot at your championship, which originally he was supposed to get a one-on-one shot, but I was taken away from him because William Regal wanted to add in Pete Dunne. Well, he did, and Pete Dunne was the man who ate the pin, so at that point, that leaves Roderick Strong with the opportunity to still have his one-on-one match that he was asking for originally. So that made a lot of sense to do that. So I did like that one aspect of things that Roderick Strong and Velveteen Dream is being worked out in. So I thought that was a good job trying to initiate Velveteen Dream to give him the yes towards this match. This is definitely a yes towards the match because of what Roderick Strong did. He burned his signature couch that he uses to, watch and observe his opponents and, figure out their wrestling ability and what they do in the ring and so forth so they can scout their opponent. So that is definitely something that struck a nerve within Velveteen Dream. He wasn't too happy about that, of course. We had Breezango, the tag team of Tyler Breeze and Fandango teaming up against this jobber team of Chase Parker and Matt Martell, which was just an average Joe match. It did not really do anything for me. I really appreciate Fandango. I like the way his character is. He's very more laid back. He's not so up in your face, over the top, ridiculous. He doesn't seem so feminine or, homosexual. He seems like, yeah, he's a fashion guy. He's, got the fashion look going on and everything, but he seems more natural, more settled in within his skin. He doesn't seem so out there and trying to push everything onto you while you watch him perform in the ring. So he's really come across in NXT as just natural the way he is. Tyler Breeze is pretty much the same thing. They're not this fashion police. They're just two guys that really are into fashion, and they're good in the ring. I think they're great challengers for the tag team titles. Now, granted, I still think they need to work them up through the rankings of their tag team division, which isn't much right now since so many tag teams have left the NXT roster. This is a great opportunity to make them the top threat to the Undisputed Era's Tag Team Championships. So I really think that might play into things later on as we get closer to War Games pay-per-view. Let me think here. What was else? Bianca Belair faced Tana Conte. She's a female wrestler who performed a few times on NXT television, and this match did nothing for me as well. It didn't really stand out to me that much. And Bianca Belair picked up a victory, which I believe she is one of the 4 contenders to become a number 1 contender for Shayna Baszler's World Championship. So that's yet to be seen. The last match was the main event for the NXT World title, of course, and Jordan Myles put on a hell of a match with Adam Cole. These two guys went back and forth, but of course Adam Cole is going to walk away retaining the championship. I don't think that a breakout star in NXT was just going to instantly become world champion after just winning a tournament. Highly doubt that. This really helped both competitors, though. Adam Cole, really respectively, outside of Finn Balor, Adam Cole is probably the best NXT World Champion in the brand's history since the inception of NXT having a week-to-week television show. Finn Balor is the only one that really stands out as the absolute best number 1 NXT World Champion. That's because of all the how long he was champion and how many title defenses he had. I believe he had up to about probably 10 plus title defenses in the time that he was the champion. I think he did. I'm not sure 100% because I wasn't watching it full time like I am now back then. But I do know that quite a few times he was very hard to beat. Samoa Joe had a horrific time trying to beat him just once, and he just couldn't put him away, and finally he got a victory and then lost the title to Shinsuke Nakamura later on, which made no sense. But yeah, I mean, Finn Balor was a tough nut to crack and getting that title away from him. So they made him look very good in his title run. And they're doing something pretty similar to Adam Cole. Adam Cole is a very good, legitimate champion. His title run as the NXT World Champion compared to the North American Championship is far better than what he did with the North American Championship. He's been defending this title each and every chance he gets. He's not being afraid to defend the title. If they were to even have Ricochet come back to the NXT roster, Ricochet's comment earlier on during the time that Adam Cole was the North American Championship could not be used in this situation with him being world champion right now. Because at this point, Adam Cole is performing and defending his title each and every moment he's placed in a situation. He's defended it on the Evolve pay-per-view type of event. He defended it in many different live shows, which they highlighted just to make him seem more legit. He's defended the title on at least 2 or 3 different occasions on television itself for free. And then the NXT shows, he's beaten Johnny Gargano both times. So once to win the title and then to retain the title. So at the end of the day, I mean, Adam Cole is the superior champion of this year. I mean, there's been nobody really that stands out. The only one that comes even close to Adam Cole is Tommaso Ciampa, and that's because he did an absolute great job portraying a heel character. He was fantastic during that role. So great job by Tommaso Ciampa. I can't wait to see him back. I hope his neck is doing well, and I hope he has a long, prosperous career and succeeds in everything that he tries to accomplish. So I look forward to seeing him back in NXT and later on into the WWE main roster. God knows what's going to happen to him when he makes the main roster. God knows what's going to happen to Johnny Gargano even. He's supposed to make an announcement, by the way. Johnny Gargano is going to show up next week to address his future with NXT brand. Hopefully, with this might be a sign that he may stay. And again, it might be a sign that he's leaving that brand and going on to Raw or SmackDown. If that happens, God help him. He's going to need it. Because his particular style and character does not really match up to anything that's going on in WWE. The only saving grace I think that would save Johnny Gargano on the main roster is being in a tag team with like a guy like Daniel Bryan. I think they would make a great tag team. They would put legit wrestling into the tag team division, and they could make them out to be a really great tag team champions, like have a long title reign like the New Day did. And I think those two guys teaming together and then defeating the New Day for the SmackDown tag titles would be an awesome idea. Or put them on Raw, both of them, and have them win the Raw tag team titles as a team and hold on to the titles for a while. Give some legitimacy into the Raw division, because the Raw tag team division is fucking shit. But SmackDown at least has something to work with and have something to say about their tag team division. It's somewhat more representable as a tag team. But other than that, I mean, outside of Raw's triple threat tag team match they had last month, I don't think they've had anything spectacular go on with their tag team division. I mean, God knows we have Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman as the Raw tag team champions. So, I don't understand that. But that's not here or there. This is NXT. This has nothing to do with the WWE main roster. I'm just kind of going off the hinges because I'm talking about Johnny Gargano and the possibilities of what they could do with him on the main roster anyway. So yeah, that was pretty much it. Not Johnny Gargano. Adam Cole had a successful title defense, and match went very well. I had no complaints about it. It really stood out in comparison to all four matches that were on the card. So really no complaints on my end about that main event match. I think it really gave a good rub to both men, especially Jordan Myles being able to compete against a guy like Adam Cole. And by the way, these two guys are from Ring of Honor, where they originally came from, and they did Ring of Honor proud here. They really did a good job. There was no screw job finish. There was no shenanigans, nothing. It was just a pure wrestling matchup that led to Adam Cole retaining the title cleanly. I think that was great. I think the show for its main event was good. The rest of the show, you can take it or leave it. I really could have cared less. I was actually tempted to skip pretty much everything except for the main event, but I said to myself, I want to give you guys a actual review to talk about the entire show and give you guys my opinion on it, and there you go. Anyway, leave your comments and opinions down below. Hit the like button if you liked the video, and hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to this channel. And I thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a great night.